Hello, everyone. How you doing today? I appreciate you watching this today because it's going to be a lesson on octaves and left-hand coordination. I've been getting so many requests for this. Now, before I begin with this and show you how I approach this in my practice, I need to tell you that this is not going to be a absolutely thorough lesson because learning to play octaves and things like this takes time and practice, and it takes guidance. It takes guidance from the right people that know how to play it and know how to teach it. So now that we've got that out of the way, this is going to be a quick lesson. And then if you want to know more, I'm going to give you an opportunity to find out more for that. Okay. But let's take a look here, shall we? I just played part of the Maple Leaf Rag, not very well, but I just played a part of it from the Scott Joplin's ragtime pieces. And so we're going to take a look at this piece right here, and then we're going to take a look at a good gospel hymn that also has octaves jumping in the hand. So let's take a look here at the Maple Leaf Rag. All right, here we go. All right, so you'll see right there that this has, and if I can do it, oops, sorry, let's erase that. Sorry. All right. So you can see here in the left hand where I'm going to circle, you see all of these octave jumps. See that? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to work on practicing this left hand jump. Now, when you're playing octaves, and I'm going to do this from a different view here, pardon me, I've got my little control down here. I can't live without this control thingy, Bob, whatever, but it helps me to teach the lessons and it helps me to show you the music online, the way to have fun. I like technology, except when it doesn't work. Okay, that's an aside. Anyhow, here we go. Here we go. So now we're playing these bottom octave notes. Now watch my hands. Now, back. Let's get back. Like I said, technology is wonderful until you don't know how to use it. All right. Now, so what I was doing, I was practicing just the left hand, as you saw, but with a relaxed kind of feeling. Now, most often when you have these octaves, especially in ragtime, what you're doing is playing notes of the inversions. For instance, A flat chord. See that? So when you have this understanding of where the harmony is going in the piece, then you can practice those jumps according to the harmonies. For instance, let's take a look at that again. So you will notice we have a chord here, and then we have a different chord here, E flat, and then back to the A flat chord, and then back to E flat chord. Okay, see all of that? Now, when I do this, I'm going to practice. I'm going to practice this just by playing the chords that are in the measures like this. So many are saying, I can't get the left hand to coordinate with the right hand and all of that. Now, it takes time to do this because you've got to learn chord structure, okay? And you've got to learn inversions, and that's going to take several lessons to do. So we're going to just briefly give a synopsis here of how we're doing that. So you saw me playing the chords. Now, once you get that, then you have a basis for how the hands are feeling to work together, like this. started working in the other notes with them. So this is how you want to approach it. And then if you still have trouble playing these patterns and rhythms, that has to be slowly learned until you get that up to speed. So you do this a hand at a time. Left hand, then you do the right hand. Bum, 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 bum. So you do those hands separately, and then slowly, got that just by feeling the chords, right? Then practice those two measures, isolate them, practice them. Then you're going to find this next measure is the same. Now I have the first line down. Then try to lighten up your touch as you're feeling this. You want to feel play from your core, and you want to lighten up this touch. You might not get all the notes right. Play light, play light. Touch the keys. This gets the motion of getting the hands out of the keys. So many beginning and intermediate pianists feel that we have to play into the keys and keep our hands there to be secure about where we're going, and that causes the problems. And then we stumble and we search and we do all that. Again, this just doesn't happen overnight. It takes guidance, it takes practice, and you have to work with different techniques and different pieces to do that. So now let's look at a hymn. This is called Lift Every Voice and Sing. It's actually the Black National Anthem. This version is from the Episcopal hymnal called Lift Every Voice and Sing. And we're going to notice in here that, let me get to the pages. Where did it go? Okay, I got to get out of that first. So here we go. Now, let's go back to this. Here it is. This is the first page. So watch as I play. Okay. We're actually playing in the same key as the Maple Leaf Rag was in, I believe. So, yep, my ears tell me to. So, all right. Anyhow, back to the topic at hand. So, now, lift every voice and sing has octaves moving together in this point. So, let's look at this. All right. See right here. See how it moves up? See how it moves up? We've got E flat here, the bass, and we have G in the right hand. Now, you might be saying, Gary, I can't read those notes on the ledger line way down there. However, if you start to study the harmony and understanding the key signature and where it's going, you'll be able to figure out those ledger lines with ease because it's a matter of learning the chords, playing inversions. All right, so what we have here is just next chord is this is a good way of learning the octaves when you are first approaching a piece like this. It also helps those who like to stay in the keys. You know, we're going to teach you to get out of the keys, but it helps you if you like to stay in the keys for right now to be secure about what you're feeling. Because when you get out of the keys, you're not feeling secure, and that's part of the problem. And that's why you need an expert to teach you this stuff. All right, so roll the chords. See that? Then go back and play it slowly. Now, in this next measure, let's take a look. Oh, where's my, there it is. Here, from here to here, there is an octave jump. So this octave jump, ooh, that needs tuning. All right, got to get the tuner in here. So when you're playing these and you've got these big jumps, you're going to notice here that it's the same chord, but the left hand just jumps down the octave. Look, right here. Okay? That's all that's doing. It's the same chord in the right hand. Then roll your chords as you're learning. Aha, I played a wrong note, so I've got to get this one. All right, so that's the way of discovering as you're playing here. Oops. Oh, let me see those notes there. Ooh, that's not right. So that's got to be the right one. So when you're looking here, now look here, right in here, is where that was. So you'll see our key signature is A flat. This is why we need to. This is why we need to study the chords and the key signatures and feeling the hands. Now, I'll get back to that in just a minute. Now, let's look back here again. This chord right here, let me erase this so it's more clearly here. So this chord right here. So we've got four flats in this key, B, E, A, and D. So this E flat, and we've already had the G flat from the chord before that. And then we've also had the A natural in the key over here. Where did my pen go? All right, there it is. A natural and the G flat's here. So when we remember those coming into the key, so we'll see that one would have to be practiced slowly. And this is where you need a guide again, okay? So now, technique-wise, when you are playing this upward movement, I said stay lightly with that light last piece, right? But here we go now. Play it lightly. Or if you can't play it that fast, touch the key and get out of it. Touch the key and get out of it. Touch the key and get out of it. Shape your hand before you land on the next one. Shape your hand before you land on the next one. When you do this approach, it helps you to feel the key signatures, to help you to feel the how to jump to the A flat chord from the like that, from the fifth chord up to the root of the chord. Okay, some of you may not know what I'm talking about when I say it. That's okay. That's okay. Now, when you do these things slowly, you start to get the coordination, but you don't want to pound into the keyboards. Remember, I teach about how to avoid the hand pain and all of that. It's pieces like this that can really, let's look at that again. It's pieces like this. See all these wide hand spaces as you're going up there? Octaves, octaves, octaves. All right. It's pieces like this where you're playing in open position of your hands. Closed position, open position. When you're playing in open position and you've got other notes in there to get with the other fingers, right? So when you have all of this, it starts to look complicated and we get anxious. And when we have to play it faster, we want to pound into the keys. It's not what you want. You want to feel like you're getting out of the keys when you're playing, like this. Out of the keys. Out. Now, Gary, that sounds like you're playing heavy. I'm emphasizing the rhythm and the tempo. That's different than pounding. Let me pound. I've had a harm to my middle finger here from my fall, as some of you know. So I'm playing with a finger that won't curl all the way and all that. But that's part of my technique I teach as well. But when you're doing this lightness and feeling it from your core, the arm weight helps um, the impetus of the piano playing. So it's from the arm. My hands can move quickly. See? They're light. They're quickly. Everything's coming from here instead of, "Ugh, yes, not this." All right. So when you're doing this, you need a good teacher. And of course, I'm going to talk about me, right? Yes, I'm going to talk about me, and that's the point of all this, right? Yeah. But I'm also helping you. Now, admit it, I'm helping you. Okay. Now, to do this, you've got to have instruction. You've got to go through steps. I took you through quick steps, but these steps take a little longer. So if you're interested in getting some instruction like that, I do this in online classes and mastermind groups. I'm going to put a link to my video class below. And I'm also going to do it live pretty soon, and I'll put that announcement as well. So you're going to get links below. It's going to take you to my Facebook group page, which talks about playing with ease. It's called Playing with Ease on Facebook, and or Piano with Ease. I'm sorry, Piano with Ease. And then I have the YouTube page here, obviously. But then I have a link to a course you can watch that talks about the development and how you approach the piano to get to this place to play without tension, without pain, and so you can play with ease. And that's what I teach folks. And from listening to this video right now, you've just learned a lot, but you haven't learned everything about guiding you through the development. And that's what I do. So before I click out of this video and say goodbye to you all, I want to say thanks again for listening. Wherever you're listening from, I wish you a great day. I hope your piano playing is developing well, and I hope you find these videos helpful. Come watch my class, people. Come watch my class and see if it helps you. See if it can help you. All right, here we go. Before I leave, I'm going to see if I can turn the pages here first. No, I can't. So what I'm going to do is that now. I'm going to start playing through this, and it's only a couple of pages I've got here. But you're going to watch, and I'm going to try to turn the page here as I do it. So let me get back to this. All right, now watch these octaves as I play. Here we go. Now remember, light and arm weight. Emphasize the rhythm. Page turn. Here we go. And that's all that I copied for my iPad today. So if you want more, come into my class. Come in. I hope you will give me a follow and subscribe. Watch the class, dude. Let's have fun together. And as adults, if you've got hand pain, if you were just frustrated with getting all of this moving along and you want to get better, remember you're transitioning and you're playing, and you never got past that point when you're transitioning. You probably played elementary music, and you probably played simple chords and that sort of thing. That's the other thing to watch out for as well. When you go on and you see all these ads on social media and all that for play piano in such a quick time or in a flash or whatever the method is, you know, watch those ads carefully. Here's what I noticed about one of them today. I noticed that they were touting this person learned this in 1 day, or this first person learned this in 3 days. Then they were playing simple chords like this, something like that. Then here's the catcher, folks. In the background, they had another piano music kind of playing to make it sound like what they were playing was complicated. And it just sounds, oh, that sounds beautiful. I'd love to play like that. Look at the person playing the piano. If their hands aren't moving around like that, they haven't learned that fancy stuff. That's a trick, and don't fall for it. You need a teacher. I've been teaching for years, and I've been teaching like this to my private students, and I teach like this online. You need the guidance, you need the help, and I'm here to offer that to you. Go watch my class.